Hey, Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh, Shemal Shai, Bashim Hakodash, the ones, the apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, brothers and highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting the good fight of faith. Lord willing, we'll find that number to be delivered. All right, so this lesson is going to be brought to you by these brothers, GMS, like a great millstone. I think it's the second page. Well, be that as it may, every camp got a old school Jake that comes hovering around, slick slide suit and the whole slippery slidey shoes and the whole bit. And this brother who these brothers was dealing with, this man who these brothers was dealing with, had made a statement, and that's what I'm going to expound upon, the statement he made. And once again, brothers do a fantastic job through the spirit, dealing with people and bringing the word out. Lord gives them the spirit of understanding, the spirit of utterance to speak His words, the Lord's words. These aren't our words; we're just messengers. You see. And as the scripture says, your adversaries can neither gainsay nor resist. And this is why, and it leads back to the whole point, this is why this dude keeps coming up week after week. We've been dealing with him probably about a couple years now. We kind of go with it a little bit. After a while, a nigga just ain't gonna get it. He just ain't gonna get it. But at the time, sharpen your skills up a little bit. Use them as a sharpening, a piece of sharpening, device. And I'm gonna play the clip and listen to what he says.
The devil knows the scripture.
You warn the people.
Yep.
Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
In your house, you got smoke detectors, right? That's right. What is a smoke detector? It's supposed to beep when it detects smoke, right? So as the smoke, if you're in your bed, you hear the smoke detector going off and it's beeping, and you don't take heed to that warning, right? And that fire, it fumes up, you get burnt up. Whose fault is that? It's your fault, right? That's what the scripture is saying. He says, son of man, go prophesy and let them know that the sword is coming. But if they don't listen, it's their fault.
My small little problem is that how do I know absolutely sure that you're sent by God unless I test you?
Look, I got a piece of
The devil.
All right, that's the point. He said, how does he absolutely know that we are sent by God unless he tests us? All right, that's a mouthful, believe it or not. That's a mouthful. So I'm gonna say this. You can't test us. He can't test us. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna qualify why I say that. Because we don't believe in the same power. All right? We don't believe in the same power. The God that he worships is the God of this world. All right? Now, once again, he's one of those good old Christian boys who comes with that Christian doctrine. Okay? And while he comes with that Christian doctrine, he's quick to try to, discredit us, if you will. So let me give you a little backdrop on this dude. So he's been coming out for a while. And there were times where he'd ask a question and the scriptures, the spirit be rolling, the scriptures be coming out. So much so to the point where he'd be like, yeah, y'all got it. Y'all, he even said to us, yeah, y'all boys got it going on, even though we don't take the credit. But he was like, yeah, you boys are the real deal. All right. But what did he just say? How do I know that you're sent from God? Now he done told us many a times that, we're men of the Lord, and you boys know your scriptures, and everything you brothers said is true. Now he's going to revert back to, how do I know you're sent from God? Well, the problem is this. Everybody's looking for an excuse to not do the right thing. Okay? Everybody wants to have an excuse to not do the right thing. It's very simple. Do the right thing, and the Lord will open your eyes to receive his word. All right. So get a couple scriptures, right? This is 2 Corinthians 11:4, and it says, "For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or receive another spirit, which we have not received, or another gospel, which we have not accepted, ye might as well bear with him." All right? And like I said, you can't examine us. You can't examine us because we're not speaking the same story. We're not singing the same song. You know? How are you going to examine somebody that you don't believe in? And I know that sounds a little odd, but here he is. Okay, how is he going to examine us? Is he going to say, I want to see if you believe in Jesus, the person whom is taught that everybody's accepted? No, we're going to tell you his name is Yahushua, and he's only sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right? So you're not going to believe that we're sent from the Lord because we're not singing the same song you're singing. You see? So therefore, at the end of the day, ultimately your conclusion is going to be you're not sent from God, as he would put it, because we don't agree on the same thing. All right? And he comes preaching Jesus, that other white meat. That's what he's preaching. You know? That we're all God's children and everybody can make it, and everybody, is able to receive the spirit of the Lord, and this, that, and the third. That's the spirit he comes in. All right? You go from, as the scripture says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. He done told us many a times, man. Gave us, kind of paid respect, so to say. Many a times, but now he don't know if we're sent. So let's keep it rolling, right? And as I stated earlier, everybody wants an excuse. This is Luke 14:18. It says, "And they all, with one consent, began to make excuses." You see, we done told that man, we done told him, and he's come around and heard other people, other so-called Christians, get chopped up. All right? And he sat back and smiled, was like, yeah, y'all brothers is bad. Y'all brothers is bad. You see? But now it's an excuse, because the ways of this world has you people all your mind in a headlock, where you just refuse to let go of the things of this world. So therefore you make excuses. So you can continue in the path of being, not held accountable for yourself. Okay? It says, "The first said unto him, I have brought a piece of ground. I must needs to go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused." Matter of fact, let me open it up. Let me jump down to 19. 19, "And another said, I have brought 4 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come." So these are the excuses that people, not these excuses per se, but just excuses, period. People always want to find fault, or they want to question the doctrine. They want to question what we say. They want to do all these things because if you heard us speaking, you've been around for a few years, you understand the message we bring, you'll sit there and you'll ponder on it, and you come to the conclusion and realize that, wow, these men are right, but I don't want to accept it. So let me find an avenue to discredit or to change the thought process. Full of excuses. full of excuses. Continuing on. Okay? You know, and a lot of you people, man, the reason why you're jammed up, and I'm going to read this, Genesis 4:7. The Lord said, if thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? You see, if you do well, the Lord will accept you. He'll sup with you. He'll open up your mind and your spirit to receive his word. All right? But once again, keep reading on. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. So the point being, a lot of you people who choose not to take heed to this word, all right, this is why you're in the condition you're in. This is why you find yourself in peculiar situations, because you're not doing well. And what I mean by doing well is you're not taking heed to this word. You know, the Lord said, if thou doest well, shall not thou be accepted? You're going to be accepted. But to put away the lifestyle of this world, to put that away, man, a lot of y'all can't do it. You just can't do it. It's too difficult, you know? So you devise up a lot of excuses to turn away, to turn your back and walk away and say, yeah. And you convince yourself. You, at the end of the day, you convince yourself that what we're saying is nowhere near close to the truth, or heavenly sent, if you will. All right? So you gotta do well, man. Do well by hearing the word coming, especially if you've been coming around for a few years. Those who come around for a few years, they always leave edified. They've learned something new. They've heard something different. All right? And then that demon jumps on them and pulls them right back, back down to ground zero, where they'll make statements. How do I know you're sent from God? You see? And the brothers dealt with him. Once again, we deal with this dude every so often. He'll come sliding around with them slippery shoes on, asking certain questions. At times even getting his feelings hurt. Not that we're deliberately trying to hurt the man's feelings, but this word is like a two-edged sword and it cuts, man. The word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. And it'll definitely hurt your feelings, man. When it's broken down the right way, when the scriptures are broken down the right way, your feelings will definitely get hurt if you're not a part of this thing of ours and in this fold or in this sanctuary. Okay? You will get your feelings hurt, man. And just look at different brothers' videos when people come up and start talking and yipping and yapping and the spirit starts rolling. Okay? So y'all who don't do well, the Lord's gonna make a short work of you. Sirach 5:7. I'm gonna end it with this one. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. All right? Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. How long is it going to take you to believe? How long is it going to take you to really understand that the message and the words that we speak are truly, and sincerely through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, delivered unto you? Okay? You can fight and buck up all you want. You can fight until the missiles come. But that fight's going to be in vain, man. And it says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy securities thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Right? Now, we done told y'all, many a times about the wrath of the Lord and not being on the bad side of the Lord. All right? And the brothers was going into it concerning giving him warning about the axe and the hammer that's about to drop, man. And once again, you got these cats who just steadfastly believe that what we're speaking is not the truth. And the majority of the people don't believe our report because of the way we look. A lot of brothers look young, wearing fancy clothing. We use at times, as the world calls it, vulgar language. All right. We speak boldly. We lift up our voice. All these attributes that we have, from the outside looking in, it's not of God. A man of the Lord wouldn't talk like that, people say. Okay? People say a man of the Lord wouldn't talk that way, but don't you know, back in the ancient times, it wasn't about talking, it was all about action. A man of the Lord would chop somebody's head off and not think twice about it. All right? So with that, I just wanted to do a quick report on the show, the street speaking that the brothers did concerning that old school Jake. He's talking about, how do I know you're sent from God? For as many years you've been coming around and listening to the word and confirming and affirming the word that we speak. You've done that many a times. Been out there when we was, dealing with other Christians and the spirit was rolling. You sitting back there smiling because you was just in such awe how the scriptures were coming out and they were being broken down. But here you are questioning, how do I know y'all from God? You're sent from God. Once again, that's just an excuse because you don't want to have to be held accountable for your actions. All right? You don't want to be held accountable for hearing this word and now having to live by it. It's easier to live a lawless life without direction or without accountability. It's easy to live that way. And you see it on our face. You see it when you come to the camp, and likewise other camps throughout the world. There's order, there's structure. Brothers just ain't gonna be able to blur it out and yip and yap. You see? All right, so with that, I'm gonna end it there. Just want to, like I said, just do a little recap on them brothers' show, on the brothers' show. So Lord willing, I'll see you brothers in another show. I say shalom.